Hello everyone, this is Jacqueline Gordon Kane, and today is a wonderful day. I'm so excited about what I have here in my hands, and it is my new book, Lessons Learned as a Woman. This particular book is so dear to my heart, and the reason why is because I started writing it during a time in my life when I was faced with the unknown. And being in a period where I had to have breast cancer surgery, to have both breasts removed, and I had to bury my 23-year-old daughter like 10 days apart between the surgery and burying her, I wanted to write a love letter to my daughters, to share with them all the things that God has led me through my life and the things that He has shown me throughout my life. And during my time of writing this book, which started out as a journal entry, and we'll talk a little bit about that as we get down in the chapters, I was able to gather my thoughts. As the Holy Spirit led me, I was able to write down those important things that I had experienced in my lifetime. Not only me, but the women that were around me that shared their lives with me. My grandmother who passed on years ago when I was 12. And unfortunately, I did not get to know my mother well because she was killed by a drunk driver when I was only 7. So throughout the years, I've had to learn some hard lessons. And I wanted to share this with my daughters while I still was on this earth, because sometimes we leave this earth and we don't give all we have. And as women, it is our duty to share and to give back to those around us, to make sure the women that's coming up under us have a good grip on life. And while I was writing this book, just to give you a glimpse of some of the things that's in here, I had written down some pretty important things, and I'm just going to go over the table of content with you. And mind you, all of this is going to be available to you where you can go on Amazon and all the online sources and order the book for yourself. And it's a good thing that you do so, because I'm going to be breaking down each chapter as I go along, and it's going to be on my Facebook page, which is Jacqueline Kane Ministries. My Facebook page is Jacqueline Kane Ministries, and you'll see on this particular video it'll have a link to it where you can go and sign up on the Facebook page so you can be a part of me reading the book, and you can also give me any of your questions. So the table of contents goes this way. Purpose. What is your purpose? Life changes and issues. How do you handle those? Your body image. How do you deal with that? Relationships, which is key to a lot of women. You have some problems in this area, because we all do, trying to make sure we're in the right place and right relationships. And I break down relationships, family relationships, dating relationships, choosing the wrong man, choosing the right man, your children, and friends. So that would be under the relationship tab. That is going to be critical that you take time and read that. Then I go into your spirituality. How should we set up our lives so that God is always first in our life? Your work-life balance. I dealt with that. How do you balance work and life? I also talk about wealth, money, budgeting, critical for your life. I talk about housekeeping, how you should keep your home, the tips you need to make keeping home safe and sound and orderly. I have some extra bonuses, which I talk about how to journal, the importance of journaling, and also I have an actual budget in the book that you can take and you can look at it and start implementing how to be good at managing your money. That's just an outline of what this book has in it. But not only does it have that, we also made sure, when I went to the publisher to get this published, to make sure you had areas inside the book where you can take notes. And I ask you questions, and you're able to go inside and write down the questions for what I asked. And to give you an example, I talk about how in chapter 1, it talks about your purpose. And just a little snippet from it, because I want you to have that. I say, God created each and every one of us to do a particular thing on this earth. And then I talk about how to know what things God has given you the gifts to do, how to start paying attention to what God has given you to do. And all that's in here. I can't give too much away. But then I go and I tell you at the workbook part of it, it says write down the things that you enjoy doing. Just a little hint. You will get more in that chapter on how to focus in on those things. But that's just a little snippets of what I have in the book. And I'm so excited about you guys getting a copy of it and reading along with me and learning how to take some shortcuts in life. Because we all go through things, but how do you get from point A to point B without too many scars? We talk about it in this book. Well, that goes chapter 1. I'm going to give you a snip of every single chapter. You got to look forward to it. I want you to get your copy of your book so you can read along with me as I go. This is Jacqueline Gordon Kane. Have a blessed day.